Hello, how are we today? I have just got back from dropping the girls in school. It is Monday. Fresh start, new week. I kind of feel like this week is about getting back to me, back to routine a little bit. I know, I feel like I say that a lot. I go through phases of saying like I need to get back to things, but then life happens. I think it was in my last weekly vlog where I had what I thought was most horrific toothache, and it turned out to be sinusitis, and it absolutely floored me. I really felt gross, and there was some stuff going on in the background as well, like personally, stuff I can't talk about on here, not for any other reason other than it's just sort of not appropriate to at this point. But I always wonder how much of a mind-body connection is there. How much was I feeling like things were going a bit south, you know, mentally and in my personal life, because I was feeling under the weather, and how much was my body just kind of shutting down a bit because I had a lot going on. Always hard to know. Anyway, today I actually got up at my usual, you know, early morning time, got a little workout done. I did do a little bit of yoga, but before that I did a dance workout with a YouTube channel called The Fitness Marshal, and they've got a subscription service which I haven't joined yet, although I might, because the videos are just so fun. It's him and two backing dancer girls, and they've got really fun songs to dance along to, but more than anything, the choreography is great, but it's just so funny. They're just so entertaining and uplifting. So if you're looking for some like dancey workouts to do, I just put together a playlist of a lot of their individual songs. So most of their videos are just one song long, and I just put together a playlist and did a few of those in a row, and it was so much fun. So I really enjoyed that. And then just a little bit of yoga, because I feel like if I do a bit of yoga, I kind of feel like my body is like stretched out. I don't get so stiff. I don't get clothes, didn't do enough, still feeling a bit stiff, but I don't feel like I need to call my physio as much because I get terrible problems with my shoulders and things, which largely from, like, let me know if you can relate, carrying a baby for years and years. This is what I blame it on. For years and years. And standing like this, you'd have like a baby on your hip and be doing something with this hand. So they, like this pulling against it, I swear it's damage. Probably for having 4 babies wrecked my body as well. Just the pregnancy, the birth, the carrying them around, they're all worth it, but I feel battered, you know? So yeah, back to feeling like exercising, and I always find it difficult to know when do I stop exercising and pull back because I'm not well, and when do I need to push through just because I'm not feeling it, I'm feeling a bit lazy. And I definitely like cut back on exercising things last week, but then I felt grim for not exercising, so it's like a vicious circle. But it does help today. I think, you know, the sun's shining a bit, it's still cold, but the sun's shining, it definitely improves my mood. So I'm having an editing kind of day today. Oh, I forgot to show you as well, almost. This is the lilac jumper I picked up in Primark. I don't know if it's the style to be this baggy, or perhaps I should have sized down, but I'd already taken off the label by the time I thought of it. But Zara said this morning, Mummy, I just love that jumper. I love the colour. I love lilac. I know, darling, that's kind of why I got it. Speaking of lilac and Zara, I do need to tackle Zara's room. I'm hoping to tackle that at some point this week. I will share a bit of that in this vlog, but I think it's going to have to be a standalone video. There is so much to do in there. It really needs a lot of work. It needs to be a massive declutter, and I'm psyching myself up for it. And I'm fully aware that you can chunk things down and you can just tackle one box, one drawer, but I feel it is more productive, as in the long run. I feel like I get more done quicker if I pull everything out, because otherwise I sort one drawer of, say, leggings, and then I go into another box and there's like other leggings and things I haven't dealt with, whereas if I pull everything out I can see exactly what I'm dealing with. So it's a bit of an overwhelming job, which I'm definitely not tackling today because I don't have time, but I'm hoping to do later this week, and I'm really hoping at some point over the next few weeks the weather changes and we can start getting out some warmer clothes, because I'm so ready for it to be a bit warmer. Anyway, for now I'm going to get a little bit of work done, I've got to finish editing the video that's quite highly requested about tips for starting out on YouTube. This video is quite a general video, and I really don't know if anyone's going to be interested in it at all. It's kind of not what I talk about normally, but if there is enough interest, if people want to hear more, then I'll do deep dive videos on each topic, specifically thinking about camera gear. I get so many questions about camera gear and what do I recommend, so I thought perhaps I'll put together a video about that for if people are starting vlogging, or if they create content for their own businesses, or if they just want to film their families, you know. So people often want to know which cameras I recommend for that reason, and I've been through so much gear. I have a lot to say about that. But yeah, do let me know either on that video or in the comments of this if you've got any specific questions about online business, that kind of thing. I don't do nearly as much as I used to, but I still do an element of helping people out with their own social media, starting channels, or doing the social media for their own businesses and things. I have got a page on my website that I don't think anyone ever sees because I never talk about it, like a work with me page with a calendar people can book in, if that's something that anyone ever needs help with. Okay, stop chit-chatting me and let's turn the computer on and get some work done. Hopefully have a super productive Monday with computery kind of stuff. Then hopefully later in the week I can really crack on with some getting the house organised stuff, because I really want the house to feel more organised. We've been here nearly 4 years now, and I feel like there are certain areas that are getting way out of control. So I want to harness that back in and get it sorted. Okay, now I'm going to turn the computer on now because I need to get on with it. So today is going to be an overcoming procrastination day. I'm finally getting back to filming my podcast. I say filming because I know podcast is mostly audio, but there is a video version of it. So I think there's still one episode I filmed in December to release. So I think that's going to be like the end of, I guess we'll call it season 2, because I did my podcast and I took a big break from it, not knowing what to do with it at all. Picked it back up. I was super consistent until we went to Florida. And then I was like, right, I'll pick this back up in February. And I didn't, because we got back and I was like, oh, I can't do it this week because I'm still trying to catch up. Can't do it. And I just felt so behind. Lip combo of today, by the way, we're going for the Pillow Talk lip liner. And I think we'll go for this one actually. This, the bottom's actually rubbed off it, so I can't show you that, but it's the Kim KW shade. Just feels like super neutrally. I think it's not the lip liner that they suggest putting with it, but it feels very kind of nice and everyday-ish. It feels lovely on my lips. Anyway, so every week we got back from Florida, I was just like, oh, I can't this week. I've got too much like catching up to do with all the editing from when we were away. And then I felt ill. And then I think was Zara ill? That was since Florida, wasn't it? I think it was. It's just been one thing and another. So it's been procrastination central. So I'm doing that this morning. I'm doing that. It's going to be my first job. We're going to eat the frog. We're going to get that done. And I'm going to commit to putting out an episode of that every week. Part of me is like, oh, is it the right thing to do? That YouTube channel isn't even monetized yet. Is it silly? Should I be putting more effort into other elements of, I guess, my business? I still find it weird calling it that, but I suppose it is business. I don't know. But then I've had people asking about it, so I'm just going to do it. We're going to run with it. And then the other thing I've got to tackle today is Zara's bedroom. I've been putting it off and putting it off and putting it off. But ultimately, I think I set myself a little goal of getting the house all decluttered by our 4-year anniversary of being here, which I believe is in April, which doesn't leave me long. It only leaves me a few weeks. And Zara's room really needs doing. I guess the office could do with a massive declutter again, and William's room really needs doing. So we're tackling Zara's room, which is, I guess, the most problematic. I need to make some upgrades in Zara's room. I need to sort out the bed, and I want that to be an ottoman bed like in Bella's room, much better for storage. But ultimately I can't do any of that upgradey stuff. Like, I'd like to sort out her having more like a dressing table with drawers and stuff like Bella's got. But I can't do that until it's decluttered because there's just too much stuff everywhere. And because Zara's room's the biggest room of the 3 little ones. More of the stuff is stored in there, and that is because when we moved here, she was very young and the others didn't want her in their rooms playing with their Lego and touching their stuff, breaking their things. So I said, right, well, Zara can have the biggest room and you can all play in there and we can keep most of the toys in there. And they agreed that that was the right thing to do. I have since actually said, do you all want to swap rooms? And they were all like, ultimately, no. Straight off, no consideration. We do not wish to switch. So that was interesting. But yeah, Zara's room really, really needs a massive declutter. So I'm just going to have to pull it all out. I know you can do things bit by bit, but for me, I find that really frustrating. I find that ultimately it takes longer. So let's go podcast, then stick on some laundry and get going with some decluttering. So one of the challenges I faced when I started up my podcast was, I guess, technology issues. So I was like, right, I'm going to make a video podcast that can also be used as audio, multitasking. Originally, the podcast was on my main channel, so this one. So I wanted it to work as a video, like as just a video, you know, I wanted it to be one of my videos of the week, but also work as a podcast. And I realized that that just wasn't working because as a video, it wasn't visual enough because I wasn't moving around and being all, you know, it wasn't enough to look at. But then as a podcast, it wasn't chatty enough. So I moved it on to a separate channel for what we call season 2, basically when I stopped it and started back up again. And if you were just listening to it like as a podcast, you probably wouldn't have known the difference other than the style was different. And then I just moved to the way I record it now, which is the way I record it now. In fact, before I tell you the way I record it now, let's show you the way I used to record it. So I used to use this microphone, which is a Blue Yeti microphone. You possibly don't care about this stuff, but if you do care about the kit I'm using and why I use it and that kind of stuff, I am thinking about doing a video to follow up the one I did about how to start on YouTube, about kit and gear and stuff, talking about cameras I recommend, which ones I would buy if I was starting out, which ones aren't worth it, what I use for what, and my whole process, all that kind of stuff. Anyway, long story short for the podcast, I used to use this one and I tried different softwares where I was recording the audio into there and then there was a camera and it was all syncing up and then the lip sync was all off and it was just causing me so many headaches. So now I keep it super simple. I literally use this camera that I'm filming on right now and I just use these little microphones. So one goes on the camera, one goes, I mean you can clip them on like your shirt or whatever. So sometimes if you've seen me do videos and I've got like a little lav mic, it's the same microphone to use for that. But what I do is I stick this little microphone, try and do this with one hand. Shall I just put you guys down? Would that be easier? And then to do the podcast, obviously I have to turn it on and just like da 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 da. So this is recording really crispy audio, which is fine if you're just listening to it. And it goes into the camera, so it's fine if you are watching it too. I have had a new microphone sent to me in PR, which I will have to open later or tomorrow, which I'm really excited to unbox. Because the big problem with all this is I can't tell how the audio sounds. So I don't know if there are any problems until I put it into my computer. And if the audio is mucked up, like it has been sometimes in previous podcasts, there's been crackles and things. There's nothing I can do about it. I can re-record it or just live with it. So the new one I've been sent has got a way around that. So perhaps we'll unbox that either later or tomorrow, because right now I've got to record this podcast and I have got to then dump all the footage into the computer and I've got to start Zara's room because I kind of feel like if I don't do it today, I might never do it, and it needs doing now. Hello. Testing. Podcast done. I'm going to dump all this footage off now. I was going to edit this now as well, but time is a ticking. If I don't get started with this declutter now, I'm going to end up procrastinating it, think, oh, I haven't got time to finish it today, so I won't start it today. And I've got to get it done. So I'm going to go pull apart her room and just do as much as I possibly can before she gets home from school. Because before she gets home from school, it's got to be kind of ready for her to get back into bed, because we've got swimming and all the things later. So I'm just going to do my best. yesterday's decluttering didn't go quite as well as I might have hoped, as evidenced by the giant pile of stuff behind me. Now, I don't regret... Do I regret pulling everything up? I don't regret it because I've made quite good progress, and her room right now is looking, it's looking pretty good, mainly because most of the stuff is here dumped in my room. But long story short, I thought it was going to be a day's work to get her room sorted. It is going to, I'm going to say 2 days work. It cannot go on beyond today. So I filmed what I think, I haven't edited it yet, but I think that's going to be a complete standalone video of everything I filmed yesterday, like a complete decluttering vlog, I guess, where I pulled everything out. Honestly, I moved her bed. I did so much stuff yesterday. I really had work I had to do. So the problem is I have now got to deal with this because I can't just stumble over these boxes for days and days. It will drive me insane, and I need my bedroom back. So it's good that it's forcing me to do it. It is bad because I don't actually have today spare to do it. I had a whole list of stuff I had to get through for work. So I guess on the plus side, I will now have, I think it's going to end up being a separate video. I will guess, I see by the time I've finished filming all this, but I think it's going to end up like a decluttering mini series where I'm doing all this because there's so much left to do. I think it's going to end up 2 videos. So on the plus side, I filmed another video, but on the negative side, I haven't edited anything for next week. So I'm kind of getting ahead in one aspect, but I'm still way behind in another. So that's my job for today. I also have a whole ton of stuff I need to get done on the computer, and the girls got dancing after school. But on the plus side, I kept the washing machine going all day yesterday because I wasn't in my office. I don't like having it on when I'm in my office. It drives me nuts with the noise. So in between all the decluttering, I kept the washing machine going, and I'm pretty much on top of the laundry. That'll last about 5 minutes. But still, we're looking for positives here. We are looking for positives. I'm just procrastinating now because I don't want to go and deal with all this stuff. I really don't want to. I don't want to. You can't make me. Send help, please. So after what I guess could be described as a productive day yesterday, because I did get most of the things I wanted to do in Zara's room largely done. Other than there are a couple of baskets I need to go through with her on the weekend I kind of need her help with, as in what are all these little bits of things that I'm sure are very precious to you. You'll have to excuse the noise in the background. My big computer is doing some exporting, which is why I'm working on my laptop. It's being incredibly noisy. Can you hear that? It's really loud. So yesterday, yeah, it was productive because I got so much done in the decluttering. But when I had planned out my week, I had only blocked out 1 day for getting that done, and it took 2 full days, which means yesterday I had all this computer work scheduled to do and I didn't get it done. So I'm now trying to play catch up. This morning I have managed to edit part 1 because yes, Zara's room declutter has turned into a 2-part event because it just took that long. So I think this one, that I've just edited this morning is going out before this vlog, and then part 2 I think is going out after this vlog. And if you're watching any time other than release date, then you can just catch it all on the channel already. So that's doing that thing over there. I am here now working on episode 7 of my latest Disney vlog series. If you've watched my Disney vlogs, I film so much in the days. Generally, 1 day turns into 2 episodes, and sometimes that half a day is an hour-long vlog. So basically what I need to do right now is rough cut edit the equivalent of 2 vlogs to know where the cut goes in the middle, to where I slice it into 2 parts. Sometimes when I'm in the parks, I'm like, hey, this is the end of this vlog, see you in the next one, and I film another intro. But then that's really hard to know, like, when have I filmed half the day and half, like, when am I 50% through what I filmed is really difficult to know. So that's something I am doing now, and I just need to really press ahead and get as much of that done as possible, because I'm not in the house all day tomorrow. Zara's got a little concert thing in school, and then it's the weekends and all the children are home and things, and I'm trying my best not to work as much on the weekends and to just be a lot more present, but sometimes life happens and I have to catch up. So I don't know, it's just feeling like I'm a little bit behind, and I'm aware that beating myself up isn't going to help. Do you know what will help though? A cream egg, because cream eggs always help. It's like Mary Poppins said, a spoonful of sugar helps the medicine go down, and for me, a Cadbury's cream egg helps the overwhelming workload seem more manageable. The kiddos are home from school. How was school, Gillies?
Great.
Sarah had gym, so she's dressed like that.
I didn't actually have gym.
You didn't? Oh, you thought you were going to have gym. It was supposed to be gym, wasn't it? And we've got some bunnies. I mean, they've always got some bunnies with them, but we've also got the box of Easter stuff down from the attic. Girls, would you like to decorate for Easter?
Yes!
Well, do you want to decorate for Easter?
I'm alright.
He's alright. Sorry, girls. It's up to you. So, first job,
Yay!
we'll do a little bit of cleaning over here, because I think it's probably a bit grim and dusty, because I don't know, this house gets so dusty so quickly. I can't tell you how many times a week I dust under that TV. So we'll dust that, and then we'll get some of this Easter decoration up.
Yay!
It's the girls' favourite time of year, because it's the most bunny time of year. It's the most bunny time.
Bunny always dresses up.
So the girls saw the duster, and what did you say?
I want to dust.
You want to dust. You want to dust.
I like dusting. It's super fun.
Dusting's super
Guess
fun.
which one I went for?
Oh, what a surprise. You got a purple one. Shocker, that.
What a surprise!
Okay, slight problem now. We've had Easter grass, which is grass Easterish? I don't know. Anyway, we had a roll of grass that we were using for our little Easter display. It's not in here. Does that mean there's another Easter box up the attic? Is there other stuff missing?
I think that it does seem to be a bit short.
I couldn't see it up the attic. Oh, I really don't want to go up the attic. We might have to just decorate with this stuff for now and then add to it later. We have found these, which I think I had in Home Bargains last year, but I did spot very similar things when I went shopping in B&M just a few weeks ago. I've got some pretty eggs. Mini eggs are nice. I prefer the taste of them, but the M&M eggs are really pretty pastel colours, so I've got some of those. What went in this? Or did nothing go in that and it was just pretty? I can't remember. But then we had this for like cream eggs and stuff. Look, little cute bunny with a little cute bowl. And then we've got all this craft stuff. I'm glad I didn't buy more craft stuff from B&M. I was right in thinking we had loads.
I remember that I made this one, I think.
It's very nice.
It's
very, very nice.
I can tell because it's quite nice.
We've got the Easter lights. And where's my grass? That's so annoying.
Bunny!
Oh, you made a bunny.
Oh,
I do need to go and get the tree, the celebration tree.
Bunny.
Oh, it's pink just like your
I
bunny.
made this one.
It's very cute. It's very cute. Oh, and I forgot about these too. Oh, these perhaps are the things that I put the coloured eggs in. They're really sweet. So the girls have done a beautiful job of the Easter display, even without the fake grass. I don't know where that is. It's going to bug me till it's done. I will find it. If anyone can remember from where I put it last year when I was tidying up, then please do let me know, because that would be good. But right now, I've got no idea. Anyway, Easter display sort of done. Now girlies, it's time to get ready for karate, and Mummy is going to have to change out of the spirit jersey and leggings, kind of get up, have a quick shower, because my husband and I are going on a mini date while the children have got an activity all together. A little speed date, married style. We have about 45 or 50 minutes together. Some adult husband and wife rather than just Mummy and Daddy time. It's Friday. We did have a really lovely date night last night, the date hour. We had a bottle of wine between us, obviously couldn't finish it in the hour, so just brought it home and had the rest off the children who'd gone to bed, which was quite nice. So not a good idea on a school night, didn't get up as early as I would have done normally and do all the exercise and all the things, but you know, sometimes I guess that's just got to be okay. We had a nice time. It's funny, our date night may only have technically been under an hour, but I definitely find that when we make time to do that kind of stuff, which is not always easy to fit in with children and life, but definitely when we make time for doing date night, we just like each other more, and generally parenting and living together and juggling all the things is easier, which has got to be better for the whole family really, hasn't it, if we're just getting on better and like each other more. Anyway, the children have gone off to school in their St. David's Day finest today. Bella still wants to wear Welsh costume, which I wasn't going to pressure into doing if she didn't want to, but she really wanted to, so that's lovely. Not sure how much longer that's going to last, but never mind, it's been really, really cute while she's wanted to do it. And in just a second, I've got to leave and go to Zara's St. David's Day concert. Will is in secondary school, so doesn't do those anymore. Bella's in the juniors, so they're not doing a concert, but Zara in the infants is, and it's my last one. So if they're not, hang on, so if they're not doing junior concerts anymore, does that mean this is my last St. David's Day concert I will go to for any of my children? Oh, I hate it when I realise it's the last thing I get to do something, because they're all growing up too fast, because they really, really are. Oh, don't. I'm going to get all emotional. Anyway, I need to go and get ready for that. But thank you so much for joining me for another super chatty vlog. I hope you've enjoyed it. Make sure you click on the screen for another video you may enjoy, or check out my Patreon for early release content. I'll see you guys soon. Bye.